I'm Dayna J. Francois, and you're listening to Stirring the Plot. Whether you're gay, hot, or doing it for the plot, this is the podcast for you. We're here and we're queer. We're gay and we slay. We're just a femme and a
whoever.
We're just a femme and a whoever.
Okay.
I love it. Please welcome to the pod my guest this week, Jenny from the block.
Oh, I can't say that. I have this hair that's crazy going wild, but I be running down.
There you go.
On that block.
Yes, you do.
To run to the bodega.
To run to the bodega
at the corner.
And spit a poem.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
What poem?
Exactly.
Rags to riches.
I love it.
I'm waiting. I'm high.
Off an edible or a joint?
Ooh, an edible.
Okay. Tea. Nice. Yeah. How many grams?
60.
60?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Dude, and I feel like I look like I'm right.
You look like you have your shit together.
Dude, the thing is, I don't know if that's
you just
good.
have a high tolerance.
I'm like,
60?
Yeah.
Bro, I'd be comatose.
No,
I'd be dead.
That's crazy.
I'd be on another level.
When people were like 20 milligrams, I'm just like, I can't do it. If I do that, I barely feel it.
Really? 25 and I'm like, my body won't move.
No, that's crazy. I'm so jealous. I'm fucking jealous. Dude.
I have one that's like 20 even sometimes, and I'm like, I don't know if I can leave the house.
No, that's the thing. And I have so many friends that do that. Like, they're like, oh yeah, I can't do that. And I'm just like, I need to, no, but you know what I do?
Yeah.
I take it an hour before wherever I have to be, so it hits whenever I'm there, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just like, it feels like a nice slow ride.
It's like, okay. Yeah. So does it hit when you get there, or is like it's hitting and you're there?
It's hitting, I'm there.
And you're already like comfortable enough, like it's not hitting while you're there and you're like, I'm nervous.
No.
Okay.
Exactly.
Because that would be me.
No.
That was me the last fruity poetry night.
Okay.
I made the mistake and I didn't time it correctly.
No.
And so I'm driving and I'm like one of those moments where like you can kind of feel it a little bit.
You're driving.
And I'm driving and I'm like, it's fine. And I had like a friend in the car with me too. And
I was like, wait, you're the one driving?
I'm driving.
You're responsible.
No, literally, I'm like, I have my shit together.
Stop.
I'm good.
I'm getting
like,
anxiety.
I'm fine. No, literally, I was like, I have my shit together. It's totally fine. She's like talking to me. I'm like, yeah. I'm like focusing on the fucking road as much as I could. No, literally, I was like, yeah. It was not good.
Yeah, no.
And then we get there and like we get in and I'm waiting for Kayla to come because I'm saving her a seat.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Winter's coming. I'm not sure who else we're meeting there. Yeah. And I'm literally like, it's fine. And like I'm holding all these seats because
I hate that.
Yeah.
That literally happened to me at comedy night.
And so I'm holding all these seats and I'm like, everyone is staring at me because I'm hoarding these seats right now.
No.
Yeah.
For me, at comedy night, everybody just gets saved. And I felt so bad. I'm just like, I'm sorry, no, I'm holding. I'm sorry, no, I'm holding. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was like, my heart was pumping.
No, literally me. Yeah. And then I saw Yali come in. They were with someone else too. And so then I was like, I have all these seats and I feel, and they're like, people are looking at me. And so then I was like, do you guys want to sit down?
No.
So then I gave her 2 seats.
Yeah. I feel that.
So I gave her 2 seats and then I still had like enough for Kayla. And I was like, okay, but people were still staring at me.
Yeah.
Then I see Futch walk in.
Okay.
And then I was like, I'm so high and we're like making eye contact.
Yeah.
And I'm right.
But wait, were you wearing the shades?
Yeah, but like in a way it felt like they could
right
see,
there.
Yeah, they could see through my shades because I was like, oh, we're like staring into each other's soul right now. Yeah. And then Kayla finally gets there, and I'm like, oh my god, please sit down. Like, please, I'm begging you to sit down. And like, and it was just one of those moments where they start introducing like foodie poetry night, start doing all this stuff, and I'm sitting there and I'm literally like just like feeling like I'm like floating because I'm like getting so
just vibrations,
literally high out,
still hitting you.
Literally.
And that's only on 20? What was that on?
It was a new one that I tried.
Okay, but what was that on?
I can't remember. But it was a new one that I tried, and it was literally, there was one that's called Happy, and I love that one. Or there's one that's called Stony, and I think I tried the Stony one.
I took one really badly where it was just like, I took 100 milligrams.
Hello? And you're alive? You're alive?
Let me tell you how my past,
100?
Yeah.
I'm gagged.
So I took 100 milligrams. I was going to go on a date. And
stop! I love it.
And, oh my god, I'm just feeling all the emotions right now.
Like I'm reliving it.
So I was house sitting too.
First date?
No.
Okay.
I was, just seeing the person and all that. And that person, she has a vanity. And it was just like, I felt myself.
Yes.
And like I took it. I took a shower. I, put my makeup on, and I put my whole outfit. I had like a black bodysuit. The back was like crisscross, and I had a very short skirt, actually. Okay. Black, all black. And then I was wearing my pink wig, my pink bob thing, and with heels and all that, blah, blah, blah.
Literally left no crumbs.
No. I'm like feeling myself. And I'm like, why the fuck am I? The music was hitting. I heard every fucking instrument.
Yes, you did. You felt every instrument.
Dude, I was like, why the fuck does it feel so good? I was like, oh, I took an edible. And I was just like, and now I have to be in public.
Yes.
Okay. This is when that's why I learned. That's why I learned how to do this. Okay. Because of that moment.
Okay.
Because literally, I was like,
is crazy.
I wasn't there yet. Yeah. And literally, he picked me up. And I was like, oh my God. I told him everything. I hate men. I told him everything. He's like, you better, suck it up. You're okay. Fine. And I'm like, dude, I'm not. I'm freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
He's like, he always hypes me up though. He's like, oh, you look hot, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But then I realized we're going to Gilbert.
Oh.
We're not hanging out in Phoenix.
Fuck
We're going to Gilbert.
Fuck Gilbert. No.
And the way I was dressed, honey, I literally looked like I stuck it the fuck out.
And, and Gilbert,
and literally, I felt all the fucking stares.
You're like Brenda, Stacy, Amber,
they literally,
all of them.
They're just like Becky. They just like staring at me like, the fuck is wrong
Karen's
with this
looking
one?
at you like,
who the hell let this out? Like they're looking at me like, I don't think I look right, I don't feel like I fit in. Yeah. And he was just like, instead of comfort me, he's like, well, you don't. And I was obviously made everything worse. I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm meeting his friends for the first time.
Oh my God.
It's a booth bar. I'm in it right there. Girl, I was greening the fuck out.
Yeah.
I was freaking out. Long story short, disgusting TMI. I ended up throwing everywhere. And it was just so embarrassing. And that's when now I learned, I'm like, I have to really time it right. I have to really know my body and just test everything out. And I realized that 20 milligrams don't do fucking shit to me.
I can't get over 100. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. My worst high was at a party. I made the mistake. I brought Borg, and I've explained Borg to you, right?
What's that?
So basically, it's like a frat bro, concoction. That they do.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, because my brother, he was president of fraternity in college, so he taught me the art of Borg. Basically, it's 1 part vodka, 1 part water, and then Mio.
Yes. 3
ingredients.
I remember you telling me that.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you have a giant ass fucking jug of water. Dump half of it out.
Okay.
Replace the remaining half with vodka.
Yes.
And then you just squeeze a whole thing of Mio in there, shake that shit up, and you go to town. And so you get...
Okay, but wait. Do you taste the alcohol?
No.
Don't tell me that.
I
haven't tried it.
You need to... So here...
Because I'm scared.
Warning advised.
I'm a baby.
Yeah, no. Warning advised. Be fucking careful. Because you don't feel that shit at all.
But you don't taste it.
You don't taste that shit at all.
I don't give a fuck.
You don't taste that shit at all. You get drunk off your blackout. You'll black out. You will black the fuck out. Damn. But the next day you'll wake up. You won't feel it. Don't mix your liquor, but you won't feel it. If you just drink Borg, you won't feel it because you're hydrating yourself while you're doing it. Yeah.
Exactly.
No hangover the next day. Yeah. We had a house party. I brought Borg. I was like, I'm only going to drink Borg. We started taking shots. And so, of course, I'm drinking a bunch of shit. I'm starting mixing my liquor. Obviously, rookie mistake. Already mixing my liquor. Getting drunk as fuck already. And then my friend's like, let's fucking roll up, you know? Yeah. And I'm like, okay. She's so drunk that she can't even roll up. So I was like, I got this.
You're like,
I was like, this is my moment. Finally. I was like, I can be masked. This is my moment. So literally, I was like, guys, watch the work. There was a girl there that like, she was like vibing me, and I was like, watch the work.
Just wait until I lick it.
I was like, watch the finger show. Watch the finger show. Wait until I lick. It's crazy. So yeah, I roll up, and then we go out. I don't know. I guess I packed the fuck out of that shit, or I don't know what the fuck she had.
Yeah.
But like, literally,
done. I mean, you got crossfaded.
But I kept going. Bitch, know your limits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How old were you? Okay.
It was last year.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. That's fine.
Rookie fight. Rookie fucking mistake. It was last year.
No.
I'll hold my hands up.
You learn.
Yeah.
What did I just say? That happened literally last summer. My story happened last summer.
Okay,
so
exactly. Me too, last summer.
Exactly. You
okay.
learn.
Yeah, so I got crossfaded as fuck. And so then
everything was wild.
Literally. So then me and my friend, I was like, hey, can I use the bathroom? She's like, yeah, totally. She walks me to her room so that I can use the bathroom. And then I come out and we sit on the bed and she's like, I have to tell you tea. And I'm like, okay. Like, I love tea. You know me. Mm-hmm. So I was like, yeah, it's okay. And literally, so I'm sitting there. She's telling a story. And literally, I feel it like coming on. Like, oh, no. I feel myself greening out. Oh, and I literally tell her, I was like, hey, I'm gonna need you to just stop telling this story right now because I don't think I'm very well. And she was like, oh my God, okay. And she's like, what do you need? And I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep. If I sleep it off, we'll be okay. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I'm gonna get you water, I'm gonna get you food, whatever. Mm-hmm. She goes, I literally laid down, whole fucking room spinning. Like, it's fucking tilt-a-whirl in this bitch.
Tell me why I'm like, oof, I love feeling I
love that feeling. No, tilt-a-whirl on this bitch. I'm literally like, and then there's like a picture I can show you later. Literally blacked out. Literally, like, I forced myself to go to sleep, which is good because I would have freaked the fuck out. I would have had a bad high.
No, literally.
So I forced myself to go to sleep. And then there's this really funny picture of me and my best friend Louise, both of us blacked out next to each other. Oh my God. It's so funny.
Oh my God. Yeah. No. That's so good though.
Yeah, and everyone talks about their party and they're like, where was Dayna? Girl,
out.
She wasn't.
You don't have to know.
On a fucking another planet. That's where she was.
She was a go trip there to get where she was.
Go get her.
No, like, yeah. Go get her. No, stop.
Yeah. And I felt bad too because I was supposed to be DD.
No.
Everyone slept over that night.
Good.
Yeah.
Slept over where?
At my friend's house because it was a house party.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Never. Mm-hmm. You know, when you get to pretend to be like, oh, I'm going to be DD and then...
No, but I was like, what's one drink?
Exactly.
Oh.
I'll stop.
Right. Here we are.
Yeah.
Blacked out.
No. It was the summer?
Yeah, last summer. Yeah, that's fine.
It's time to have fun.
Exactly.
No. Summer is a whole new other person.
New bitch.
No, literally.
Yeah. I think I had just gotten like out of something too, so I was like,
oh, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Me too.
Yeah.
No, literally. I was like, what? Oh, no, summer was crazy.
I know, right? But that's funny. I love this. I do feel like we skipped a couple steps.
Okay.
I do want you to introduce yourself.
Okay.
Even though, like, I feel like the listeners know you.
I mean, yeah.
I feel like we're, like, tight now.
Yeah. I'm just saying everything.
But, like, let's introduce ourselves.
Okay.
Name, pronouns, sexuality, and what's up.
My name is Genesis. My pronouns...
Depends on the day?
Depends on the day, honestly. Mostly she.
Yeah.
But, you know, you can call me they.
Yeah.
I get, like, a little excited.
Okay, little she, they.
Exactly.
I love that.
And then my sexuality, pansexual. Okay. I just love everything.
There you go.
You know, literally, like, I was thinking the other day, I was just like, dude, like, I think I can't say I'm bisexual because I feel like that just has a connotation that's just like there's men involved there, you know?
Yeah.
And especially cis males, you know, and it's just like now for pansexuality, it's just like, you know, I'm like, I don't see gender. You know? Yeah. You know, so it's just like, yeah, no, I just see who you are.
Who you are.
So yeah. That. And then what else did you ask me?
What's up?
Oh, what's up? Nothing. I'm just, you know, living summer, brat summer.
Brat summer? Okay. Not doing coke in the bathroom?
Yeah, rotting in bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
The same.
Yeah, self-loathing. This is like stirring the plot, whatever.
Yeah.
I do everything for the plot just because I want to be like a goofy little instructor, and I still am. I still act like, hey, I'm one of the cool kids, guys. I'm fucking 27. What the fuck am I doing?
But you're the one that they all want to come to, though.
I mean, I feel like for me, hopefully this is me manifesting. I keep saying it.
Yeah.
One day, I feel like I want to do like a YouTube or like something like just with the kids, you know, like just like be the next Mix Rachel, but like Lunette from the big
Why don't you do
couch.
It? What's stopping you?
I'm so lazy. I'm so
That's
fucking
real.
lazy, you know? I feel like right now I'm starting to get into who I am and what I like and what I do, and that's why I recently started with the, you know, poetry and just starting to write whatever that's coming on my mind and everything, and you know, and I'm like starting to like music again and all that, so I'm just dressing whatever I like, you know, and I've always dress the way I wanted. Yeah. Since I was a child. Like when I was a child, I want to wear the school uniforms. Okay. Which I don't understand this because I think those uniforms were like you just buy a pair and you wash it or something, blah, blah. But I was just like I kept saying like I was a low income child, and I don't know if it was true. Yeah. I literally said that's why I don't want to wear uniforms. Like I don't want to, but mostly it's because I didn't want to look like everybody. Like, and if I did wear uniforms, I had to get the silk. I had to get like I had to make my mom was probably going for like poverty, and I'm like, Mom, I need the silk.
I need the silk.
No, literally.
My skin. No. That's sensory, baby.
I'm dead.
It's okay.
And then it was just special.
There you go. Let's unpack it.
No, literally, I just like, this is gonna make me think about everything. I need to go back to therapy, but I literally just like felt like I need to be different. And then in middle school, I started wearing like skirts and like thigh-high socks, and like it would be like cold ass winter New Jersey. Yeah. And I'd be like, nope, I'm still wearing the socks and that, skirts and all that stuff like that.
I can picture you in junior high. Yeah. Like I can just picture you in junior high.
What do you see?
I just see like quirky little Jen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like wearing whatever the fuck. Yeah. Definitely, the skirts and the knee highs, and I can picture you wearing suspenders.
Yes! Yeah. I literally yes, I wore suspenders.
Suspenders. Bitch would have silly bands all up her
But you know what? The fucking colors I would wear, like, I'm having a moment right now in my head, and I can see myself right now, and it's like hurting my brain. I had a bob wig because I got my alopecia with, a hair loss condition. Yeah. And first of all, I get annoyed because I'm like, everybody's like profiting all this alopecia shit. When I first got alopecia, no one knew anything about it. Really? It was literally like 1 in 5, 1 in 10 people diagnosed and everything. Like no one knew anything about it. No one, like, there's still no cure for it and all that, but there's a lot of treatments now, thank God. But and now everybody's profiting, and I'm like, damn, like, I was so alone when I was little, and now whatever. But either way, I had like a whole bob, and it was a brunette bob, and I had my headband, my blue headband. This is all blue, bright blue, teal type of color.
All one.
And then I had my blue shirt, 3 hearts, and it was like neon colors, and it was like pink, green, pink, and it was like tigers, patterns, zebra patterns and shit. Yes. And then
you're just like a walking limited 2 ass.
Yes! I was fucking poor. We could have gotten limited 2, but I was literally like, I don't know where the fuck we shopped, but we were maybe Rainbow. I don't know. New York girlies know. No, literally, I was just like, I'm looking at myself. I'm like, bitch.
Like this, I think about this all the time. For me, it's so funny to look back and think about it. I want to know like some signs that you had for yourself looking back in hindsight. You're like, I was so fucking gay.
Oh, there's so many, dude. Yeah. Like all my best friends, like we were like codependent on each other, like since pre-K. Yeah. Like literally, you even see in the pictures, like in the videos, like in my own videos, I'm like holding them and grabbing their faces. Yeah. And, like there is mostly like I really, really know the girls that you see like Shigo. You know, I was just like, girl. I was like, oh, she's my favorite kid.
So I was like, I just let the fill in.
I saw like
you liking toxic people?
No. I saw the thing that like on Master Dog. And I was just like talking about like the emo, the one that's outcast and everything. I'm like, that's me. I literally thought like, oh, I love these people because that's me. Like I relate to them. Yeah. Like, no, I'm the queer coded motherfucker. Like
literally. The fuck? No, I was looking at that TikTok. I was looking at that TikTok that you sent me today. It was from so long ago because I was finally catching up.
Okay.
But it was the one that was like
I just want to do like a little movie for people.
I loved it. I literally, because I'm so bored at work today, so I literally was like,
I just as long as people see through it, I'm like, you just see through it. It's funny. I swear to God.
And I'm there. I'm there reacting to everyone. I want you to know. I see it. I love it. You curated that for me. Perfectly. Yeah. And I'm appreciative.
Thank you.
Yeah. But it was the one where it was the guy and he was saying Happy Pride Month too, and like literally coding it, and I was like attacked.
No, literally.
And it was like so funny, and I was like, that's literally like me looking back in hindsight, being like, fucking.
No, exactly.
Fucking dyke.
Dude, I literally, El Dorado, I think her name's Lola or something.
Yes.
Yes, dude, I was like, what the fuck?
No,
Jessica Rabbit?
Jessica Rabbit, eyes out of the sockets.
Why did my heart was like, why is she so pretty? Like, no, this is so weird, you know? So then, and then like, you know, in school, I didn't like the girls around me because obviously I'm like, these are not girls that are attractive.
Yeah.
That's probably something wrong. But I was like, and then like the one teacher, I think she's a student. I think she was a student teacher. But she was beautiful. Every time, like, I want to be her teacher's pet. I thought that was me. I thought I was like, oh, my teacher's pet. No, I was in love with her. Like, literally, like, I was in love with her so much. I think she started like being probably like now knowing from an education standpoint, she's probably being a sub, or she was doing a long-term sub thing. Or maybe that's her own classroom. Yeah. But I made an excuse. I'm in the probably 4th and 5th grade. She's in 2nd and 3rd grade. It was a level down. I remember this because it was in my mind. I made an excuse to go to the bathroom. Okay. I went to go downstairs and I wanted to go visit her. Shaking the door. It's fucking locked, bitch. The old hag that was walking down the hallway was coming in, the really grouchy one. Yeah. And she's like, what are you doing here? I pretended to go under the table and say, oh, I lost a quarter. And I like, it was just, she's like, you're not supposed to be down here, but what? It was just so horrible. I did not talk to that teacher ever. And then I remember we finally saw each other again, me as a child, as an adult. Like, we saw each other again. She's just like, oh, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm like, hey, I wonder why. It was because I was avoiding you. I was embarrassed. Why am I embarrassed as a child? Like, you know? So yeah, I had feelings for her. But yeah, no. And then after that, I don't know. I just like, I didn't go into my like queer side in middle school. I think because I was very much more like the outcast. Okay. Like I'm trying to fit in though, and like masking like hella for sure. Everything of like trying to be normal, basically, like definitely. In every way. And also my family, we are religious, you know, and well, they are religious. I'm very spiritual, religious type of thing, and they, you know, enforced all of that, and that was very obviously a sin. And so like I couldn't like. In my head, I was like, I have to not be gay, you know? And I like was in love with this boy that like, you know, looking back, he was like the most feminine thing ever. He was like blonde, blue eyes. He had like a pretty fucking nose. Abs, like as a little boy. I was just like,
a pretty boy.
A pretty boy. Yeah. Exactly. And he was literally, everybody thought he was gay too.
Yeah. You're like, he's out.
Maybe. I think he is. I don't know. I think he is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's like me too. Mormon, like I always like men, like when I found men attractive, like it was always like the more feminine looking ones, or the ones like I remember growing up, like when I was in grade school, there was this boy that I had a crush on, and literally he had a ponytail down to his butt, and I was like, I love this man.
I just want to pull his hair. I was like,
yeah, fucking lesbo, like you know, literally. And then another boy I had a crush on, beautiful lashes, like just so soft features, like feminine as fuck. Yeah. And then even like in adulthood, like the last guy I ever like, you know, my friends were literally
before you quit.
Before I quit. Cold turkey. My friends were literally like, yeah, he looked like a lesbian. Yeah. And I was like, checks out. Literally checks out. I mean, so yeah.
No, I feel that. And it's just like, I don't know, like I looking back, I think my first boyfriend, I think he's gay.
Okay, love that.
Yeah. So I love that too. Like, I don't know. And then in high school, I think I was still not really especially freshman, sophomore, I was still like trying to figure out who I was, whatever. Definitely junior year, there was this like, I think they go by they, them now. Okay. From the last time I've ever heard of them.
We always find each other. It's crazy,
my God. Right? But they knew, at that moment, they knew, like, they were, like, she, they, but, like, you know, like, their name was Charlie, okay. I think, yeah. And had, like, short, blue, faded hair, blue is the warmest color type of hair.
No, literally, that shit.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, watching now, I'm like, this movie sucks, but that's a movie at the moment.
I would never do that. I would never even do that.
I'm like, that was desperate. I was crazy. I was so toxic. Not me. No, but, oh God. Yearning. No, man.
No, literally.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. I think I remember there was like my first like real gay kiss. So like in front of people too. But at the same time, I didn't like that because it was like they were very out and I wasn't. But still, it was just like, ooh, that's new, you know? Yeah. And I don't know, I felt like after that, I felt very like, okay, like this is who I am, who I was, you know? And then yeah, I just went on like a weird roller coaster of just my sexuality was so fluid, and it still is so fluid, you know? So that's why I like really heavily go on pansexuality. Yeah. And I say that probably because there's pan erasure. So
okay, let's talk about it.
There is. It's just like first it's just like, oh, well, that's just bisexuality. And then at the same point, there's bi erasure too. So it's just like, it just jumps, and it's just so sad because it's just like, it just doesn't have to be one or the other, you know? And first of all, I didn't even like labels because I was just like, I don't know who the fuck I was. And then at one point, they were just like, oh, pansexuality was transphobia, which I was looking more into it. Yeah. And there were some people saying that when we say, oh, I say we as all of us, but no. But when some people say that, oh, we love regardless of gender, including trans or something, like as if it was their own category, you know, and that offended some people, you know. And I heard that was, you know, but I never felt that way. I felt like whoever, you know, and definitely going into my sexuality, like transgender was a thing back when I was little. Like that wasn't like, I think the only thing I was hearing about was like probably being like, oh, hermaphrodite, but in a like a slurish way,
of course,
you know,
like derogatory,
so bad. And I like, you know, growing up and seeing that too, it's just like, okay, I like that too. So at first it was like, oh, they did have their own category, but then learning more, and that's a big thing. If you're so ignorant to everything, you're not researching or just looking more into it, or not even caring about like, oh, why does this piss me off, or is this right, or should I look more into my sexuality, or should I like even look more into other people's sexuality and read more up upon it, you know, and see like, fuck you, you know. So fuck that. But for me, it's like, I think for me, it's like I have to really, really understand everything before I decide who I really am, because I hated fucking labels. And I think also that was internal homophobia too, because of my fucking religion. Exactly. So it was just like, oh, I hate myself. And it's just like, finally, like I realized, I'm like, wow, I really did hate that inner side of like, I shouldn't be this way because God raised me wrong. And it's just like, no, in reality, which I did learn at a different other section in my life, like in my life of like, you know, going through the rooms. They taught me of like that I got to choose my own higher power, and I realized that my own higher power, which I do call God, was that, sorry if I can be like this, but like for me, it's just like, oh, that one doesn't, you know, that one forgives me who I was, doesn't even, that loves me for exactly who I am, and supports me everything, obviously not the toxicity, and it's just like tries to guide me to the right way, you know. And that's all she, he, they, it, whatever, God like loves me for who I am, you know. So I don't know. That's
Do you go to church?
No. Okay. I mean, sometimes when I do, it's not that I don't like it. It's just like, it needs to really like be real, you know? And I don't like the churches that are just like a mess, and it's just like reading a scripture and and it's just like there's a pope, priest, whatever, blah, blah, all that. I'm very much of like, tell you how it is, especially the Hispanic ones, you know? And they're like, I feel like they're so much more real to you, and that like tries to put it down in a way where it's just like not to make it dumb, but at the same time make you understand and relate in a way. And sometimes it like actually calls to me. I'm like, ooh, because for me, separate the art from the artist, you know, like I'm there to listen to a message, to whatever I ask the universe to, you know, give me. I'm not asking for a religious upbringing, you know, all that, go to be back again, you know. It's just like, this is me and who I am and whatever I want to, you know, pick up and everything. And usually it's dead on where I need to hear it, and it's just a slap in my face and be like, Genesis, you better lock the fuck in and shut the fuck up, you know. Especially I read a book called And Thank You Please Wow, and it's just like very taught me how, again, that's your own personal relationship, your spirituality, and it taught you how to like, the first is thank you, like be grateful for whatever you have in that moment and whatever you have gone through, you know, to not have and lead with resentment in your heart, you know, because resentment leads to a handful of negative situations, you know. Like, I don't know, resentment brings me to a lot of places that I don't even know. Exactly. So literally, so it's just like, you know, I had to be that, and then please, where it's just like I can ask, but at the same time not beg, you know. And it's just like be self-aware in that way, and then say wow, and just be like, wow, let's look whatever that is around, you know, the beautiful, the mountains, you know. I didn't move out of Arizona when my ex broke up with me because I fell in love with this fucking place. Like, I love Florida, but like the mountains here, the sunsets, the fucking moon, the sky, I'm just like, oh my god, this is beautiful. The light pollution sucks, but There should be stars.
There should.
But
you know, Earth's dying, so.
No, literally. It's just so bad. It's just so bad.
Yeah.
Climate change. It's real.
Yeah. No. So, do you feel like you're in this place in your life where you can coexist, you can walk hand in hand with both your spirituality, religion, and your sexuality?
Yeah, I think because I'm not filled with guilt anymore of who I am and what I feel, you know? I don't know, like I feel like no matter what, I still balance my life with whatever I've learned through my religious upbringing, and at the same time through what I've learned the past 4 years of my spirituality, and then what I know now. It's just like I bring all that together, and I just feel my priority is just to have faith, hope, and, you know, pray. I don't think it's please, I think it's pray. Going back to the it's Thank You, Pray. Wow. It was such a good book. I should buy it, but I should buy it. It's crazy.
No, I love that. Yeah. I'm like loving this. We're just flowing.
Thank you. You keep up the conversation, honestly.
Me?
Yeah.
You?
No, really?
Both of us.
Okay, thank you. If you allow me to talk. Thank you.
I love holding space for you.
Thank you.
Of course.
It's not going to make me cry. Don't do that.
Well, I do want to talk about, for those listening, Jen and I have only known each other for probably like 5 months now. That's crazy. I feel like I've known you like literally all my life.
Literally, as soon as you know what's crazy though? First impressions. No, literally what's crazy is that when I came into the room, first of all, I was fucking high as fuck. You probably guys all smelled it. And the second, I was just like, okay, like let's like these people are so cool, you know, and then like I've hung out with MJ and I've hung out with Jess before, but I've never hung out with you and Alexa.
Okay.
And I was just like, okay, like this is cool, whatever, just chilling. But then hearing you guys and how you guys were talking, first of all, Alex is so fucking sweet. Yeah. So like it was easy for me to gravitate towards that. Yeah. But then you were like hitting like the fucking jokes, and I was like hee like in the background, but at the same time like
you were there. No, you were there.
Just like I just remember I was just a huge fan. I was like really, I left that moment and I was just like, okay, I like these people, you know? Yeah. So.
That was it's still new for me too, like in that group setting and stuff. Like I had never met MJ, I'd never met you. Wow. I briefly met Alexa, you know, like I only really knew Jess. Yeah. Like I was very much like, I'm just putting myself out here doing this thing right now. And no, I literally felt like my soul jumped out at you. Like I was like, this one, that's the one. Definitely recognized you like from another life or some shit, to sound fucking philosophical or whatever, but I definitely like you felt familiar, and I love our friendship, and I feel like we've gotten so close so quick. It feels so much longer than that.
It's just because the fucking memes bring us so close.
The memes
we
really
just
do.
Really understand each other. Like you can hear it right now. Just going back, like you've been finishing my sandwiches. No, my sentences.
My sandwiches. No, that's the number one thing that I love too, is that I can, as someone who's sometimes so chronically online, I can say something, such a niche reference, and I can look across the room and you're looking at me. And I know that you can finish it and you will commit to the bit with me, and that's what I love.
No, what I love that you say niche, because I literally did not know that fucking word. So the fact that like you said that, I'm just like, oh yes, that sounds good.
I'm gonna start putting that in my vocabulary.
No. I always see it. I'm just like, I don't know where I should use it. Like I don't fucking know it.
It's super niche.
What does it really mean to you? Like, means, really, no one would know.
It just means
or
very,
like
very, very like so specific. It's extremely niche. No, like I love to have niche interests.
No, literally, I
love to sound like a pretentious asshole.
I love saying things and hearing people get it. You know?
Yeah.
Because how awkward it is when
it doesn't land, and you just kind of feel like you should disappear.
Like when no one like is backing you up or laughing.
We had this conversation briefly before, I think, where we were just like, it's crazy how I feel like time is very much just like an illusion, and how it can feel like you've known someone for so much longer than it really is. And that's how I felt about you. But what I love is that we can giggle, we can laugh, and we can have a good time. But we talk about some real shit too. We do. And I love that.
We do.
And I feel like in this group that we found ourselves in, I feel like I'm masking a lot, you know, all the time.
Dude, I hate, sorry. But like, I hate this. Like, I posted a lot online. I'm like, please do not think that I am what I am online. Like, that is not me. Like, I am not like, hee 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 ha. Like, I'm like, I'm a clown, but I'm a selective clown.
There you go. There you go.
Know, I choose my audience. You know, like,
yes.
I'm gonna be in the corner staying quiet. You know, like
literally me. Yeah, me and my Sunnies going nonverbal in the corner.
Exactly.
That's me.
And then I feel bad because I'm like, am I disappointing people?
Yeah, or do people think I'm like a bitch?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, especially the best. Like, I have the bitch wrestling.
Oh yeah, I have that too.
I feel bad. I'm like, I know, I'm sorry.
I know. And I feel like too, I'm very like sarcastic
and
I'm dry. I have a dry sense of humor. So I feel like people are like, she's just a fucking bitch.
No, literally.
But I'm like, I'm a goof when you get there.
No, I'm like, like,
when I'm comfortable, I'm a goofy.
You're like, unlock that.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
You have to get me to that level.
Exactly. It's like, what are you doing wrong?
You don't have access to me yet. Like, sorry. No, 100%. That was what I think naturally just drew me to you, is because I was like, I feel safe in like in this group of where I'm feeling like I'm masking, where I'm feeling like I have to kind of create this persona that people have like created of me, and I have to meet that. Yeah. You know, with you, I felt like I could just be myself.
I feel that,
and I feel like I can kind of just show like all like sides of myself, and you always seem to match me,
which is I love. I love the female rage.
Yeah, female rage.
No, and especially except the other time I did like my first time putting my finger out.
Okay.
Never done that.
I'm scared too because I'm black.
Okay, valid. No, valid. Yeah. It is valid. I think no matter what, I think I'm just scared because I'm a woman.
There you go. Valid.
Because the other person's gonna be a man.
Yeah, and he's gonna pull a gun out.
Exactly. Yeah. And or follow me.
Yeah.
And just be weird. But
just a couple weeks ago when we were going to Alexa's house before Sorry Poppy, I was driving. Okay. Literally just minding my business. I was fucking blasting Chappell Roan. And I'm like singing along. I always do that. Living my best life. Of course. Wait, I'm like looking.
Did you during yesterday night were you blasting Chappell Roan?
Did you hear me?
Yes, because I was blasting Chappell Roan.
I was like
the whole album. Yes, I love it.
Literally, yes. It's like my fucking pump up song.
I cannot. Yes. I cannot. Sometimes I literally open up. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Sorry, but I open up my Spotify. Try to be like, Genesis is gonna be another song today.
No.
I hear her voice. I'm like, oh, and I have to listen to the whole album.
Literally, I was driving to a hang recently. Whatever.
Okay.
Little moment, a little side eye moment.
Okay.
And I was trying to pump myself up, you know,
as you should,
because I was like, I'm nervous a little. Sure. I don't know what to expect. This person's really fucking beautiful. Like, you know, how to pump myself up. Chappell Roan.
No, yeah.
Blast that.
Especially.
Can someone play a song with a fucking beat? That was me. That was me. Pumping myself up for that coffee.
You just gave me chills.
There you go.
I hate you.
That's literally me. I'm like, there's no other way to pump me up than, can someone play a song with a fucking beat? Exactly. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Literally.
No, literally.
No hands on the wheel.
I know.
Throwing ass in the car.
Exactly.
They're like, you're casual in the passenger seat. I'm throwing ass in the passenger seat.
And you're taking it. But okay, go ahead. Yeah.
No, T, that was all.
Okay.
That was the whole bit.
I love that.
No. See, we started talking about Chappell and it's only about her.
Dude, she literally, you know what's crazy? So I'm like that quirky little girl, but again, neurodivergent. And I literally think, and I'm just like, oh no, I don't. For some reason during the era of whatever, I can't listen to them at first.
Okay.
And then, because I don't know, I just feel like it's just, I don't want to feel like I'm
succumbing to
the fad, you know? She's not a fad. And
she's the moment.
But what got me was the governor's ball. Okay. And when she looked into the camera, for declining pride at the White House, I'm like, wait, hold up, so crazy that just that little moment, I don't have no idea who the fuck she is. Just that little moment, bringing just so much awareness to a huge audience, platforms everywhere, made me listen to her. And then being a great artist that she is, listen on the way to the first Ghost Poetry Club writing workshop, listen to the whole album first. And I listened to Pink Pony Club and I literally started fucking crying.
Yes.
And I was like, what the fuck? This is a beautiful song. And just the whole thing. And then just bop after bop,
never miss. Not a skip. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I was like, what the fuck is this? And since then on, I can't stop. I can't stop. And I know that I truly feel like it's not a fad. That power that she holds. And that she knows that she holds. She knows it. And that she uses for, you know,
and I also love the moment whenever she got overwhelmed on stage and had that vulnerable moment where she literally said, guys, I'm gonna be so honest with you, all of this is happening really fast, and at the end of the day, I'm literally just a girl.
That you go to perspective that she's just human.
She's just human, and it's just like these things are happening to real people, you know? And like her addressing that, because no one ever fucking does. And I was like,
but she was raw, and she is just something so new.
Yeah.
And especially to be able to like hear like something about, I know there's so many other queer artists that also have made songs about, you know,
Compet.
Yes. But for the first time, this one's world known now, and people are actually learning more about themselves.
People are learning, and it's just the fact that this Midwestern girl, out open lesbian, singing about Compet made it on the top 10. Like, and that like, and you see her blowing up on TikTok, and you see that she's reaching more than just a queer audience, you know? And so it's like these people hearing this, and I'm like, they're listening to this song and they're singing along to the song, and they're not realizing like they are unpacking like years of like history and oppression and so much that we go through, that we experience. And I'm like, y'all,
you're gonna learn
today. Literally it's unknowingly you are learning, and it's crazy.
What do you feel about little controversy? Maybe, I don't know, but I see, maybe chronically online, I see like all the time TikToks, everything about different things, and like about how casual was actually written about dude instead of a woman.
I've been seeing that, and the craziest thing to me, and this is a discourse that I've been seeing online, because I'm very much like on Twitter, and I see a lot of there's a lot of discourses that happen on Twitter, and I'm like in the fucking thread reading everything. And something that has become apparent, open and out proud lesbians like Renee Rapp and Chappell Roan and Kehlani, like why are
Kehlani.
her new haircut?
I was just gonna say,
oh my god, I want to do the most.
Stop
like
it. She knows what she's doing on TikTok.
She knows what she's doing. I feel like I shouldn't, like, I feel feral.
No, literally.
Looking at her.
Stop.
Like, no.
Anyways,
I'm like, anyways. Do you like magic? I got a bunny and a rabbit.
So roommates. Anyways.
The one and the rabbit said what?
All about these women now.
I'm trying to walk in, but like in my head it's just closed.
I know. I literally just see her new hair.
No, I can't see anything.
Like the fucking video in her car. Okay,
I'm seeing her. I'm seeing her. I'm seeing the haircut, and I'm hearing casual by Chappell Roan in my head.
Yes. Sorry, out loud. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There's a discourse on Twitter about Renee, Chappell, Kehlani, about why are these women having to constantly every 5 seconds say, this is my sexuality. People are trying to debunk their sexuality. They're trying to put them into this box. They're trying to drag them back down to bisexuality. Like, can they just say, like, they're lesbian, they're queer? Like, why can't they just be that? Why do you have to, like, try to justify, oh, they also might like dick? Like, you know? Like, why can't they just say what they say and be okay with it? Because there's other queer artists where I feel like you don't do that.
No.
And so why are you doing it with these very, like, in the moment women now?
Yeah.
And I keep seeing that discourse on Twitter, and I'm like, that's very true. Like, why is that happening? Because I know that they came, and that's also where I know a lot of like bi erasure stems from, because a lot of people look at bisexuality as the stepping stone.
Like, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And I get it. That's such a big struggle. Yeah. But it's also like, if it's a part of your journey where you come out as bisexual and then later you do come out as lesbian, like, why can't that just be your journey? Why can't they be two separate things? Why does it have to be crunched in and like bisexuality was your stepping stone? Or actually, like, you're not really a lesbian because you said you're bi. Like, no. She said she's a lesbian, so she is.
Yeah.
You know? Like, what is your take on that? Like, what do you think?
Can I ask you a question first?
Yeah.
Is that connected to the casual? Because you never
oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
In a way, it is kind of casual. In a way, it is kind of connected to it, because I feel like that discourse is coming up a lot because people keep on trying to say Chappell Roan is bisexual, like she's not a lesbian.
Yeah, which is fucking crazy.
Which is crazy. It's like she once identified as this and now she's identifying as that. Why can't that be okay?
Exactly.
You know? And like even if say originally like say the first draft of that song was originally written about a man, and that's the thing too is like I feel like people are trying to go back and debunk things and try to pull things where it's like she could be talking about how this is about a man, but also like we've all been in that position too in our journey where we're talking about a situation and we're saying it's about a man, but it's not.
Okay.
She could easily have been doing that. We don't know. We don't know her story until she says it. Why can't you just wait for her to say it? And if she doesn't want to say it, why can't you leave it the fuck alone?
Damn. Let me shut the fuck up.
No,
literally, no. Because that's really true. Because I'm here thinking like, because I know that there were like I just saw a post that was just like, oh well, she said that one lyric was just like about how she came so many times, but then she said, dude, not even close or blah blah, never happened, whatever. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it could possibly be about a guy, you know, just to put me hating men, like putting a guy down, you know?
Yeah.
But then obviously like other people can interpret and use it for any situation because everybody's been in there on the fucking casual thing. But at the same time,
we're in that era.
Exactly. But at the same time, like you really brought up a very, 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 very response. but it's crazy that people can't accept that as soon as they're like, hey, this is who I am, you know? If anything, you know? And it's just like, it's for everybody's journey to learn their own, you know? And honestly, like, I'm very big a believer of just like, this is who you are, you know? This is who you are. And especially her, like, good for her fucking saying it out loud, you know?
The thing, too, is like, I don't understand why people have like such a issue, like, with lesbian. Like, that's where I feel like they get caught up on. As like, they're like, you can't just be a lesbian. They can't accept that.
I feel like it was crazy because I see a lot of posts now, and that's how I used to feel too when I was little. Like, lesbian was such a dirty word. Like, it was just like, and it's sad. It's just like depicted in shows and everything like that. It was that big old person, you know, butch and everything.
Big boo from
exactly, which is like, good for you. That's your thing, obviously, but like, it's not the male gaze. And then for us, it's just like, obviously, at that moment, for us, it was not our gaze too, because they made it so ugly, you know? And I think obviously lesbianism is so scary because, we're not going to further our population. But at the same time, it's like, there's so many kids that need to be adopted. They're on the fucking street right now. They're being like, literally like, dropped right now at the second at fire station, you know? And it's like, it's so fucking sad that they're making all these laws and are trying to make all these laws where all these, you know, queer couples can't, you know, this nuclear family can't fucking.
Exactly. But then you also want to turn around and be like, but women have to have their babies.
Exactly.
And they can't divorce people who assault them.
Do you believe that Handmaid's
100%. That's exactly
Have you watched the whole thing?
I haven't finished it. I read the first book.
Ooh.
The like original book. And I read it and I started watching the show. I didn't finish because I was like, like,
dude, it's too much.
It's too much. I was literally like, oh my gosh.
I need to get into it. Ooh, I
kind of want to watch it again.
I think tonight I know what I'm gonna watch.
Oh my god, I'm gonna like,
let's start getting scared.
Papa?
No, literally, especially Project 25.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's so
terrifying. So literally,
it's terrifying.
I'm just thinking about it again. Like, we're really gonna be out here under his eye.
I know.
Like,
it's so scary.
Send me away to the.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be with somewhere Wiley. Like.
Exactly.
She's so fine.
Yes!
So fine, right? Oh! I wanted to be her so bad.
Oh, did you watch the whole Orange is the New Black?
Yeah.
Yeah? You watched the whole thing? Alright, 3%.
I know, Poussey. Literally, that was... Okay, can we unpack something so funny?
Go ahead.
When Orange is the New Black first came out...
Stop. I think I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
When it first came out, fucking 2013...
Yeah.
I was 14.
Yeah.
My sister and I were watching the first season of it together.
Dude, the first episode?
Episode. Literally, eating pussy.
No. Insane.
First episode.
And my tingles.
No, literally. And me and my sister are watching because we're just like, we're like, yeah, we should watch the show together.
I watched it literally in the living room in front of my parents.
No,
and then I was like, oh, wait. I'm going to go to my right.
Tired.
Under my cover.
No, but like, yeah, me and my sister were literally in the living room watching it. We went back and we talked about it, like, now that we're older and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you remember whenever we watched that? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, I just felt so many things. And she was like, yeah, I was like radiating off of you.
Oh my
You're like a homosexuality. And I was like, that is insane.
Love that you have the radar.
No, literally. And like the amount of times I just like, I outed myself when I was little.
No,
like, I was like, girl, the closet was made of glass.
My sister was new. So like, I know my parents knew all that and went through religious trauma because of like baptized. Being like, no, you're not gay. And
you're fucking holy water.
Dude, yes, I was literally like poured holy water all over me and was like, you're not, gay. Let's pray the gay away. And it's just like, let's breathe it out. And I literally thought
it worked.
It worked. I went to school the next day. I saw that crush, whatever, and I'm like, no, it didn't work. Fucking crazy. But yeah, for sure, outing myself all the time.
Right.
And I'm still outing myself. I'm not fully out to them per se, like for sure, like on the, word, because I don't feel like I need to.
Yeah, and also, do you just feel like there's some people where you're just like, it's just never gonna.
It's never gonna click.
Yeah.
I'm in a hetero.
From the gays outside perspective.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm in a hetero relationship and that's what makes them happy, but they're gonna be a surprise if something happens,
Right.
I hopefully not. I fucking love. I know, knock.
But if something happens.
What's so sad is that even my relationship, I'm in, I could stay there forever. Let's say we've been, together 30 years and I'm finally, feeling comfortable. Like, let me tell them, at fucking old age, I feel like they'll be like, no, like you're in a relationship, you're in a marriage. Why are you
telling me this?
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's just like, it's so annoying, So like that's where it's like just such a disconnect where I'm like, I don't need to fucking say. They see my fruitful ass. They're just happy that I'm happy in my relationship. They're happy that I'm happy. You know? They don't. If it's not in front of them, that's what they're.
You're happy and you're healthy, and that's what they care about.
Exactly, and that's what I care about too. So I'm just like, cool. And we just have our ways, And I still have my friendships, and I still have my community.
What about with your sister? How's that?
My sister, she knows. She loves me. She loves me for who I am, and we've gone through so fucking much, dude. Like literally, like we are so fucking close. We're so codependent. You know? What I'm so fucking grateful for is that my relationship with my family, so we're good. You know?
For sure.
I'm exactly who I want to be, and I feel free. You know? Whoa.
I low-key feel like I had to grow up really fast.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you guys all think that I'm older than I actually am.
Yeah.
I went through a lot of shit when I was younger.
Yeah.
And especially I think losing like my mom at a young age made me grow the fuck up really fast.
You had to.
Yeah. And I feel like I always was like a little bit like of an older soul. And like around my friends, I always kind of felt like uncomfortable. Like I didn't quite fit.
The ones your age.
The ones my age, yeah. And I did seek relationships, like friendships with older people too and stuff like that. I think now living my own life, like being an adult, being solely like independent on my own and just kind of living, navigating it, I'm kind of like for the first time being like, oh, I don't really know what to do like with myself and with this freedom and with whatever, because for so long it was really much like I felt I had to be so grown up, but I was still a kid. But like now I'm just
fully an adult
here.
I know.
Sucks.
It's like you know what's crazy though? You're saying that at a young age you felt like an old soul, and now you're like confused, all that. When I was young, I felt like I was an old soul, and then I turned up to a point where like I felt like I want to be a kid again, you know. And I was just like, I fucking acted childish as fuck, you know. And I lived my years as a childish as fuck, thinking that I was an adult because I had an adult age, you know, and just like, and then my frontal lobe hit.
And also everything that you have to unpack with the whole like that inner child in you too is there and needs some attention and needs some work. And I think right now too, along with that whole like feeling like I was so much older than I was when I was just a kid, I was neglecting the fuck out of her.
Exactly.
You know? So now here I am, an adult, wondering what I'm doing, what's next for me, what's going on, what's my purpose, all of that. I feel like I'm taking time to sit with myself and to sit with my inner child and be like, what do you need?
Yes.
And what can I do to heal things for you? And I feel like that's very much a focus of me right now. Relationships that I'm building, we've had that conversation. Like I feel like our friendship and the community that we're finding ourselves in, so healing to my inner child.
Yeah. No, honestly, what I learned too, or I'm gonna give my wisdom to you on you and to everybody else that's listening is that boundaries with your inner child, because we want to give and treat them and be happy with them and be like, okay, you're finally happy, but then chaos and self-destruction all around you. You have no idea, delusional, all that. And it's just like, for me, I had to learn how to be like, okay, I'm going to heal you and make you happy, but at the same time, I'm going to have to worry about everybody else too, you know, and just have that balance, me being a Libra, have that balance in my life, you know, and just like make sure everybody, to not create this destruction around me where I'm like, when I finally open my eyes and that child is going to sleep, I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like, and I have all that guilt of an adult. And I'm like, oh.
You're sitting there like the fucking Simpson kid being, I'm in danger.
Exactly. No, literally sitting all the way back with his big ass eyes too. I'm like, okay, smiling it through.
There you go.
Wave. Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
100% so valid. And I think you can take that lesson that you said too and carry it into a lot of relationships, especially as us being recovering people pleasers and being like boundaries with people where it'd be like, I'm catering to this person, I'm doing what I can to water the flowers here and to fill your cup as much as like I want you to fill mine up.
Exactly.
But like also realize that there are boundaries there. Don't give everything away to other people because people will take till you have nothing left. And I've faced that time and time again, you know?
For sure.
So I think that's something like those boundaries that you put up with your inner child, you need to put it up with all of the relationships in your life.
For sure. Yeah. No.
And prioritize your peace.
No, for sure. And I honestly, I do. And what my favorite thing, me being nasty, my favorite thing is that when people think that I'm still a people pleaser, they think they can still take or whatever. Yeah. And I allow to give because I am allowing to give. Like, I love loving. I love love,
You have such a big heart.
Thank you. Like, that's just me. Like, I just love to love. But no, I'm not gonna, give what I can't. You know? What the hell? Like, I've learned, Like, for me, like, I have that addiction gene in me. And, like, I went through, like, my drug spaces and all that. My drugs and alcohol phase. But at the same time, like, I also went through my people phase, my love phase, my, my phase where I'm just like, I want friendship, I want everything around me, I want happiness, all that. Like, I just, whatever gives me like that giddy of that, like,
that giddy, that serotonin, that dopamine.
Exactly. It's just like, I'm gonna give you, and that's just me. Like, especially my addiction to people. It's just like, I just love giving more of myself than I could have, you know, and then who was I left with? Nobody. Like, I literally was left with like literally no identity. I have no idea who I was. I thought I knew who I was. My outfits still look cute. I think I was like the hottest, honestly, but not a thing behind her eyes.
You're always the hottest when you're traumatized.
Honestly, really, like, it's just, I think I was really traumatized because I literally don't fucking remember everything. Like, I have to relate back to my like stories on Instagram.
That's a trauma response, like, for sure.
I'm like, okay, you're done. It's over. Let's pack it. Bye.
Yeah.
But it wasn't me, and like I kept going to therapists saying that like I am a robot. Like, this is not me. Like, me talking to you right now is not me, and dig deep, and then I can be honest, which is so important. Be honest with your fucking self, because if you can't be honest with yourself, who are you gonna be honest with, And it's just like club after club and another club and another club.
Literally. The thing too, though, is like when I started hanging out with you guys, before, like, probably like right around March, April is when my relationship was ending, or whatever I was in before was ending. The art of detachment.
It's just like compartmentalize. Just put that
there. You go. I'm gonna call him. I did schedule a therapy appointment. I was okay with being go because I think I was looking for that distraction.
Yes.
And I was like really okay with being distracted. And I was like, oh, if I'm doing things, I'm not going to think about that, or I'm not going to text her, or I'm not going to slide back into anything. And like, I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah.
But like when there was a pause, I would just sit with everything. And when I would be like, I need to catch my breath, then it would hit me. And then I was like, oh, I'm not moving through it like I should. I'm just kind of, moving past it, putting it, sweeping it under the rug, and the next thing. And so I think even as things were go in Pride Month, I was trying to find the times where I could be like, sit with yourself, fix your shit. I think it was really healing to like spend so much time. I've never felt so like a sense of belonging than I did like this recent Pride Month and just being with you guys and just like fostering these relationships, like becoming super close with you and with Lex and everyone, you know, I felt like, oh my God, I needed this. I feel so good. And it showed me like I can be alone and not like in a situation, you know, like I can be by myself and I can be like, I can have these really amazing platonic relationships and like feel complete, you know, and like reminding me to have like having all these people around me that like me, you know, and like my company and like how I am. Yeah, the reciprocity that's there. Yes, that's why I love hanging out with you, and like that's why I love our relationship, because I'm like, you will fill my cup as much as I'll fill yours, and like it's not like I'm begging for breadcrumbs with you guys or like being like, oh, you hate me, like, you know. And it's just like I feel really happy, especially in adulthood. It's so hard to find those real fucking relationships. Feel lucky that I've stumbled across that here.
No, literally it's just fucking crazy, because it's just like I feel about after ending whatever and being lost and being like go trying to distract yourself, you know, like I did that, and then being in my relationship now and just being like, oh shit, like I can't always be on the go and then trying to balance that, but then meeting you guys at the same time, it was just like I learned how to balance my relationships in my life, you know, and still have joy, you know, and from different outlets, and it's just pure love too, you know, because like once you start showing me obviously weird vibes, I'm like, you're out. I don't have time for that anymore.
Literally, I don't have time.
Who is it? We're in 2024. Why are you being mean or weird? I don't understand.
Miss me with all that.
What? We should be like learning to not be like, to be self-aware. Exactly. You know, like how you're not getting help anywhere.
There's something so special to me about these, just these pure, like you said, pure love, pure, like real, like adult, platonic, feeling like seen.
Without mess,
without
drama, without you being adult, like being
it's
like
crazy. Yeah, like these are like such a healthy relationship.
Yeah, like actually being a girl's girl,
being
not,
like,
you know, fucking weird and like backstabbing.
Yeah, feeling like you have to watch your back.
Exactly, or being like, you know, like the other person being a secret hater. You know, it's just like that's crazy when people are like that.
It's like, or like, why can't we just root for each other?
Exactly.
That's what I love. Is like that's what we're doing. We're rooting for each other. We want each other to be our best selves. Yes. We just want to be happy and healthy and just like full of love and light. And I love that. Yes. And so meeting you guys and meeting people who have walked the same journey and like can really just see me. I've never felt more like seen. Yeah. And I've never felt more like able to just be like my most authentic self because I'm like, you guys are right there with me. Yes. And I feel like I don't have to look over my back. I don't have to second guess myself. I don't have to feel like the odd one out. Yeah. You know? No. I just feel like just,
we're just like
just such a place of belonging, and it's amazing and it's beautiful. And also I do love like with our relationships that I can kind of just be here, can kind of watch and observe, and I can kind of just listen. You guys got so many stories, and I just eat like, that shit up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so that's another thing. Like, I feel like that's how I feel, and I feel like I've always been like this, like very oversharing, you know. But like, you know, you are all my close friends, and I'm fucking very like just out there. And it's just like fucking just full on, this is how I'm feeling, blah 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 blah. And not really thinking that people are reading or just looking through it, you know. But like people are, you know. And then that one moment I did recently, I was just like, oh wait, people are reading my shit.
Becoming too like self-aware.
I was too self-aware. Like even though I was
like, oh wait, I'm being perceived.
Exactly. I was like, oh, everybody's looking at me. You know, everybody's actually reading.
I'm deactivating.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, you're gonna see me later. You're gonna know exactly what I've been doing. Right. Like it's so crazy because I've been like posting. I think that moment I was like, wait, I've been posting all this shit, and I'm like, oh my god. But it's just like, but then at the same time, I know I posted too. It's just like, I know I've been like here for you. Yeah. Like Alexa was so sweet, and it's just like so many people that are like, I love your mind, you know, and all that, and I'm just like, cool. Like I found my tribe. I found my people. Like I found people that are not looking at me in judgment or just wishing bad upon me, you know. And I think that was my fear since I was a child of like.
Yes. No, you're right. It's just feeling safe, finding your tribe.
Exactly.
Yeah. Be yourself.
Exactly.
And I'm glad that you feel like comfortable enough to do that.
Yeah.
And that you feel safe enough to do that because you aren't judged. That's the number one thing is like I try to walk through with my relationships is that I want to create that safe space. And I want people to know that like I hold that space for you. Like even with this, with the podcast, like I'm being so fucking real. Yes. I feel like people through podcasting and being vulnerable like this, I feel like people are seeing a side of me that they never would. No. Because I am more reserved. I am more quiet unless you're like in my close circle and you get to see who I really am, you know? So this is the way that I reach out to people and I'm like, this is how, you know.
Get to know me.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And the people closest to me. Yeah. No riz. No riz. Just yapping on a podcast with my sunnies on.
Love it.
Sipping a pina colada.
No, love it. No, literally that I feel like that's what I really, really, it's so rare to find people, especially your age, honestly, and younger ages. It's just like, even my age, I don't know, it's just so rare nowadays to find people that like will hold space for you and match you, you know, because not a lot of people do that. They just like, they just take, or they just give. And it's just like to find people that like can balance the both is so refreshing to me. And I'm like, thank fucking God, you know, it's like we don't hold expectations on each other, you know, we accept each other for who we are.
You're gonna find the right people. Yeah. The way that we all just kind of found each other.
Oh yeah.
Magic.
Literally. I have a lot to be grateful for. It's so relieving that I can just let go of the reins and be like, you know what?
That's great that you can put that in perspective because it's hard.
It's literally, it's just so much work. Like I was, you know, sober for 4.5 years, you know, sober and clean. And I like had to go through that journey. And I went through that journey for, you know, obviously my ex. I learned a lot about myself. And it's just like, I learned my spirituality. I learned about, you know, being vulnerable. Like I learned that like I am not taking up space. I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. Yes. I am taking my fucking seat. I earned it here. I'm gonna be fucking talking.
I love that.
I learned all that. I learned my confidence. I love my fucking first sponsor.
Yeah.
I just love everything. I'm like, you know what? Like this is who I am, you know?
Yeah, period.
I've gained so much knowledge and wisdom which I needed to carry throughout my life. And there was a place where it's just like take what you need and leave the rest type of thing. And it was like on top of their like doorway and like getting chills and like
no, literally.
And that's what I did. I left the bullshit, but I took all what I learned. I am who I am. I am proud. I am happy and I am free, you know, and still chilling and be like smoking that joint. I'm like, I'm happy, you know. And I know like I'm not succumb to, you know, obviously we have our vices, but I'm not succumb to an addiction, to a pattern anymore because I am aware where I'm like, oh, I gotta change that, you know, and I actually put change forward, you know, and that action behind that. Yeah. So.
I love how you said that you like you took it all and here you are, you know? Yeah. And it's like, I can see that. Yeah. And I'm proud of you. I'm really proud of you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I just think that you're phenomenal. I think that you're so resilient and you're so strong.
Thank you.
And yeah, you just have a beautiful heart. And I've seen that you've lived so many lives.
So many fucking lives. I don't even know who I am.
You're so young and you've lived so many lives. And I love it. No. And I don't know. I just like look up to you.
I feel like I don't want to say I love you. Thank you. Oh my God. I just heard that. I'm like, oh, sensory processing.
I will cry.
Stop. No, I literally no. I feel like learning so much throughout my life.
I love that. And I feel like that's kind of the perfect place to like leave us on.
Yeah.
Because it's like take that.
Take what you need.
Take what you need.
The rest.
Take what resonates.
Don't shoot the messenger. That's what I also learned. Don't shoot the messenger. That's all I learned.
Face yourself.
Exactly.
There you go. Stand up.
If you can't be honest with yourself, you can't be honest with anybody else.
That's not on me.
Nope. That's not on me. I say IDK LOL. At the end. That's exactly how you end it. IDK LOL.
IDK LOL though. I'm not sure though.
And I'm not licensed. Do not call me.
And for this reason, this episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Oh, stop. Oh my God.
Just kidding.
Not stress.
Sponsored by Dare.
Oh, love that. Oh, it's my shirt.
I'm dead.
I love me talking about it with the shirt.
I love it.
Please stay in school, guys.
I'm done. I feel like, oh my God, I just feel like we touched on so many, like...
Yeah, that was a lot.
No, this was a great conversation. I feel like there's so much that people can take from this. And I feel like what I said, I look up to you. I love you. I freaking love your journey. And I love that the wisdom that you've learned and you've carried, you just dispel upon. Like, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I am literally honored.
Stop. No, thank you for having me on here. I actually... I'm just so happy and proud of you, honestly. You're doing your shit. You're boss girl.
Trying.
Stop. Now you have to gaslight. No,
literally. I'm like, no, but like, I definitely feel like we have so much more we need to talk about, and we're definitely gonna come back on the pod. We have some like messy stories we need to share too.
Dude,
like,
I know we could have gone on our dirtier.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go in a different direction next time because I know we got some.
I know this was really like holistic, like we love everything. No. That's time we're like, let's hate everybody. No, I'm just kidding.
No, we're ready to dish the dirty.
Exactly.
Dish the tea. Stir the plot.
Get messy.
Subscribe. But yeah, thank you so much, Genesis, for coming on my pod.
Yeah,
thank you for sharing. Thank you for being open and honest and real.
Thanks for letting me be.
Of course. I want you to let the people know, let the listeners know where they can find you on social media.
Okay. You can find me on Instagram at EGGsactly because I love eggs. I didn't know that.
Oh my God, we need a...
That. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Anyways.
That's insane.
First time. Good for me.
She set a boundary.
No, literally. Meanwhile, I'm wearing white. Anyways, so...
literally.
And bald. Anyways, so... Egghead. It's EGGENESIS. Yeah, just follow me on there, honestly. I do little modeling sometimes.
Yes, she does.
And then I'm just me being me. So.
And she's being real, and she's being honest, and she's being hot.
Shit posts.
There you go, memes. Meme lord.
Ugh, nasty. Like, what the fuck is she doing? Why is she doing
I love it. I'm entertained. I'm clicking through.
Exactly.
There you go. Yeah.
Read it.
We're there. Definitely follow Genesis on Instagram. I'll have it linked in the show notes. And with that being said, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to rate this podcast. It not only lets me know that you enjoyed listening, but it also helps my podcast get shown to more viewers, which helps me reach a wider audience. Follow at Stirring the Plot Pod on all social media platforms to stay up to date and never miss an episode. If you'd like to connect with me, I am just at Dayna J Francois on all social media platforms. I will have everything linked in the show notes. And with that being said, if you liked listening, make sure that you subscribe to my podcast and tune in weekly. Because I'm gay, I'm hot, and if there's one thing about me, I'm gonna stir the plot.
Hell yeah.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
I don't know. Just make some eggs.
Okay, stir it.
There you go.
I'm done.